All right, I am going live 13 seconds early today. And I'm not sorry. First of all, I just wanted to say hi, everyone. It's been I just got the reminder that I'm supposed to be live right now. I always go live on the first of every month, but I've kind of stopped just because I'm so busy. I've stopped just like popping on. So today it's me just popping on to hang out, connect, see how everybody's doing. And then I really do want to discuss my next book that I have just barely started writing, and I really want to get your ideas before I dive in, because what you think matters to me, and I want to make sure I'm not going to miss anything. Yeah, so I'm so excited. So first of all, let me turn my comments on. I just wanted to say hello, Sandy Reed. Hi, Jeanette. I see some hellos coming in. I am streaming on both YouTube and Facebook today, just because people have different platforms that they like. And so I just wanted to be accessible to everyone. Hello. All right, well, let's start let me know where you're watching from. Hi, Robin Davis. I am in sweaty, steamy, gross North Carolina. Hello. Oh, Diana, I just saw your YouTube comment like literally 2 seconds ago. You were asking about, I'm just diving right in. I think it's the same Diana. First of all, I think you're a club member, aren't you? So you were requesting one of my cheat sheets, but actually as a club member, you have my cheat sheets already, all of them, all 31, I believe I have right now. So if you go to the YouTube and cheat sheet library at Awesome Art School, you can grab that. And you were also just asking me about the link to the brushes. And if you look at if you open up the description box for that video, that was my video I just published yesterday on YouTube, you can see all my links are there for you. So if you are not, I swear to God, you're a club member, but if you are, or at least you were, if you're not anymore, let me know and I will shoot you a link for that. But I just was going to write that, but you're here right now. So hi, and there's the answers to your questions. You are not waiting on me. Hi, Mary Flynn, Deb Scott. Good morning. Hello. I see Melinda, Lisa, Shay is here, Mary, Margie. All right, Nancy's coming from Kentucky. I imagine Kentucky is also very steamy. Simone is coming from Quebec. I'm actually flying to Boston tonight, so I'm excited to get out of the heat for sure. Robin's in Sarasota, sweating her also cojones off with me. Lisa's from boring Toledo. I'm sure Toledo, Ohio is super fun. I'm sure there's super fun spots. Debbie's coming from Ontario. Connie from Illinois. Deb's coming from hot and sweaty Washington State. No offense, Deb, it is not as hot as it is here. I promise you that. My nephew goes to UW, so one of my good friends works there actually as well. Michigan. You guys are super funny. Well, hello. Awesome. Nice, lovely group here today. Oh. All right, well, let's dive in. I already got a suggestion, which I am loving. Ooh. Okay, so let's just dive in. Let's talk about the figures book. And I don't know who this person's name is. I'm so sorry, or I would call you by your name. What would you like to see? I'm not sure. Differently abled. Not sure is in terms of how a person is looking. If you want to make more specific information on that, I would love that. And yes, please, as Jeanette suggested, if you could please type in all caps. If you're having a question for me, like specifically to the book, yeah, please put in all caps. I need to see it shouting at me. Do I have air conditioning? Oh, heavens. Yes, I do have air conditioning. My gosh, I literally would be dying right now. Well, Wendy, we're not doing animals. This book is going to be on human figures. Yes, I'm sorry. I have to narrow it down. We're going to narrow it down to humans on this one. But we'll have a different discussion on a different day if we're doing just animals. Oh my gosh. Let's get some drawing on. Hi, Deb. Deb, you were asking me for a cheat sheet yesterday too. If you're still enrolled, you guys, all my club members, you guys have all my things already. You have everything you need in your lovely membership. By the way, all the clubs are open right now. Anyone can kind of hop in right now if you want to. You can go to KarenCampbellArtist.com and join, or AwesomeArtSchool.com. And you can join any club you like. If you like drawing, then the Fun Fab Drawing Club is where it's at. Okay, so this is my, isn't this so cute? I got this at Home Goods it was like $3.99 or something ridiculous. So this is my ideas book. My members might recognize this. This is what when I have Zooms with my club members, this is actually what I take notes in. So I am adding a little section here on figure drawing. So my next book is going to be on figures. So I am actively writing out your ideas right now, because you guys know what you want, and I want to give you what you want. I don't want to just be guessing, like, I hope they like this. I'm literally making this for you. So please let me know. All right. So fashion illustrations. I too love fashion illustrations. And if they're another possibility too is for me to make multiple books, and we could have like a separate book on fashion illustrations and a separate book on whatever. So that is why I want all of your ideas. Okay. Oh, awesome. Nancy restated. Thank you for the all caps. And see how lovely that jumps out on me. Okay. Awesome. I definitely want to do that. I'm watching, is anyone here watching The Serpent Queen on Stars? I posted this in my Facebook group the other night. The costuming in that freaking show is like killing me. So in the drawing club, I've done drawing the decades. We've done 20s through the 60s. We're taking a break right now to learn about expressions, but after we finish up the 70s and 80s, I'm going to dive back in time and do some of those centuries, because the 1500s, oh my God, French 1500s, I am all in. So I'm obsessed with fashion illustrations, especially historical drawing. See, that could be like a whole separate book too. So keep the ideas coming, because it makes my brain explode, but like in the best way possible. Margie would like to see figures in motion. That is a lot of, again, these can all be their own books, which is fine. I've done like 18 already. Why not do 18 more? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just taking a minute to write these down. We have problems with lips. You know, Heather, I have a good I have a series on my drawing YouTube channel. And actually, Heather, aren't you a club member too? Oh no, you just joined. Oh, by the way, I just saw you join. You joined both the Drawing Club and the Mixed Media Society. I'm so glad you're on here too, because if you join both of those, you get my Celtic Collective Club totally free. Did you know that? You get my third club totally for free. And especially because you're already paying for two, but we need to enroll you as a Wonder Bundler, because that's how you take advantage of that. Can you shoot me an email? I'm going to write down your name right now, and I'm going to reach out to you also, so you don't even have to remember, but we need to get you in the Wonder Bundle, because it's the same price, but you get everything in my Celtic Collective as well. Oh, so anyways, back to your lips problem. Since you joined the club already, although it's probably easier to just give you the YouTube link. Jeanette, who's here, can you give Heather the link to the 5 and 5 playlist from my drawing channel? Because I have a whole 5. I do like 5 lips in 5 minutes each on that channel. I have a whole series over there on my other channel. And Jeanette will hopefully give you that link. And that's also in the Drawing Club. In your workbook of the Fun Fab Drawing Club, I actually have all the worksheets in there that accompany that whole series. It's like an 8-part series, and we do different facial features in every part. Linda Levin, hi girl. Speaking of Wonder Bundlers, Linda's a Wonder Bundle member. You said I want fluffy so bad, but I have specifics. So give them to me, girlfriend. And we missed you on the Zoom this week. Can you be more specific about your specifics? I would really need to know. Wendy, I know you need animals, but I can only do 10 books at a time. So animals is going to have to come second. We're just focusing on figures today. I'm sorry. She can't get off the animal wagon. I'm sorry, Wendy. We're doing the human animal today. Jane says we'd like to be able to draw stick figures and add just a few characteristics. I'm not sure what that means. Does that mean like, do you need like a simpler style perhaps? Is that maybe what you're thinking of? Oh, hi, Jillian. Jillian is also a Wonder Bundle member. Hi there. So yeah, I just need to know kind of like what that would look like for you guys. I don't know what you would want to see in terms of drawing. Why don't you email me some photos so I can have a mull over and figure out if we can make something work for that. It would be cool to have someone like we could draw a wheelchair, someone in a wheelchair. I'm all about some accessories as well. So just shoot me some of more of your thoughts. And also some photos. That would be super helpful. Oh, Lisa just joined the Wonder Bundle. Yay. I'm so glad. Oh, and speaking of which, oh, here we go, Wendy. 50s and 60s Barbie type fashion. Yeah, that would be super fun. I'm writing that down. Again, it could kind of be its own book. Can you tell I like books? I love hoarding them and I love making them. And the reason I say another book is because I think my most common overwhelming request I hear is to have like fluffy figures, which wouldn't be found in a Barbie book, which is why they would be good as two separate books. You know what I mean? But I like to hear all these are fantastic. Nancy, I'm not sure which book you're talking about. You might be chatting with someone else in the chat. I don't know what that book means. But feel free to expound upon that comment. Could we do fluffy? Oh, real and fashion. Yeah. Let's see why not. Wendy likes hippie fashion. We did some really fun drawings for the 50s and 60s in the drawing club that you would probably enjoy, Wendy. More hair. To be honest, I'm not going to get into hair very much in a figures book. There's a whole section, like 40-page section on hair in my How to Draw and Find Your Style book, because that's all faces. So you'll find the most hair help in here. Already written. So for figures, their hair will be much more simplified because the scale is so much smaller. So we will be touching upon it, but it's just you can't really, because the scale of it is so small, when your head's only this big, there's only so much hair you can even draw. So we'll be definitely doing ideas, but it won't be that granular, specific ways that you'll see in my How to Draw and Find Your Style book. All right, so it sounds like Jane wants to start with a figure. Yeah, simple shapes and lines to know how to choose characteristics to make them recognizable. Okay, so it sounds like you're talking about working from a reference, which is kind of what we're doing that's actually what we're doing right now. We're doing figures in the drawing club as well. We're doing like working from like different references, and then this is like the segment method. This is actually our most recent lesson that we just released last week. So like learning how to break the body into simple pieces. And then the lesson before this, we really did sort of the stick. I call it like the dot to dot method, but you're essentially building a stick man and then like fleshing it out to make it look like a recognizable human after that. So I think that will probably come in the creating more of the simple figures is sort of one of the steps. So I think that I will have you covered with that anyways. Yeah, we do Twiggy. We have a special Twiggy in the Mixed Media Society. Bryn did an awesome Twiggy project, and we do have those 60s in the drawing club. If you don't want to wait, you can join the drawing club today. Senorisa, if that's how you say that's a cool name. Been trying my laying wire armatures from sculpting on paper to start my figures. Oh, that's cool. That's a good idea. I do want to say, I do want to include, I have those little like Korean body forms, as well as one of those like artsy wooden, like malleable forms. And I was thinking of including kind of how to draw using those as well. So I'll just make a note. But the wire form, any sort of like 3D form that we're working from is definitely a valid way to start the process of drawing figures for sure. Oh, good. Robin's excited for the book. I know a lot. This has been like the biggest one in demand. It's just going to take so much bandwidth. So I've been waiting for a kind of a time in my life where I have bandwidth to work on it. And I'm thrilled that time is now. You love the Art Deco style of the town. Well, I've already published not one, but 2 books on how to draw Art Deco style, actually, Lisa. So here, let me show you. Oh, I can't show you because they're sold out. But I have volumes 1 and 2 of how to draw art, learn to draw Art Deco style. I was obsessed. That's what I did in 2020 as I published 2 books on that. So yes, I am right there with you, girl. Melinda Second's historical fashion. I know, right? I like cannot wait. I'm definitely doing it in the drawing club, 100%. I probably won't start a book on that. That will probably, again, would be like its own book, I think. There's no way I can squish that in with all this other stuff. Yeah, I mean, we can always put 2 people together, Linda, but first we need to know how to draw 1 before we can draw 2, right? You can always put them together afterwards too. Not that it's not a good idea. Like in the hands classroom we do, I do like a grandpa holding, this is in the drawing club also, holding like a baby's hand, which is so cute. And I have like a fashion nail woman like this. So you're drawing those 2 hands. And I have hands doing this shape. So I definitely will write it down. Deb wants everything. She wants fluffy figures and motion figures and children and everyone moving. Deb, you're killing me. The whole family, everyone in all the styles. Oh my God, Deb, you're so funny. I have a Karen Campbell bookcase. I know I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed with making books. I love them. Connie, that's a fun idea. Male and female fashion from vintage to modern. She just named one of my new books coming out. I love it, Connie. That would be a massive book, especially if you're doing males and females. Although I have to say, every time I do male lessons, nobody does them. And I have a whole book on drawing Fun Fab Fellas, and no one buys that either. So you say you want male, but I feel like people actually don't. Just from experience. Allison loves the different positions. I actually have to say that Christopher Hart has an awesome book on this. It's called like 100. What's it called? I totally have it. It's called like 100 something to make you happy. It might even be 100 figures to make you happy or something. And it's all that. It's all what you're saying right now, Allison. So that one's already been written if you want to grab his. I love Christopher Hart, and I fully and loudly support him in all of his books. Patricia, I'm not sure. I think this is the first time I am seeing this comment from you. So I will keep scrolling. What is the name of the movie? It's not a movie, it's a series, Shay. It's called The Serpent Queen. It's so good. I'm obsessed. It's so good. 20s and 30s and 40s. I cover them both in my Learn to Draw Art Deco Style books, volume 1 and 2. And you do get men and women in that book. I do men and women in that. So that has already been done, Wendy. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, good. Heather already sent an email. Okay, good. We will get you squared away in the Wonder Bundle today. It's very exciting. Oh, hi, Gail. It's nice to see you, girl. Patricia. Hi, Patricia. Also a Wonder Bundle member. Look how my little friends are here today. I would be interested in different types. Yes, small, skinny, tall, full figure. Okay, that definitely is the most common theme I'm seeing, or the most common requested feature I'm seeing, is having all sizes represented. Ooh, oh, yes, my sister's calling. Oops, I can't talk to you right now, girlfriend. Chris, I'm flying up to see my family tonight, so they're all like, boop, 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 boop. Linda wants a lot of different kinds of boobs. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know how into boobs I have to be careful. It depends on who, like what the market is for and what age group. I don't want to horrify some poor little girls who are excited to like draw, and then they have all the sad boob section. That might be too much for those little girls. So we'll see. I need to keep my full audience in mind. I'm not against having realistic boobs, which we know do come in all shapes and sizes. Yeah, a lot of people want the different positions, so I got that. How to draw posed, folds on clothing. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, so clothes, again, it could be like its own book, honestly. And that's okay. I have my whole life ahead of me. I have a lot of books in me, let me tell you. So these are great ideas. If I can't hit them all in one book, then I'll just make a whole bunch. But that's also why I'm writing these down. I'm on almost down my second page of inspiration. So I'm excited. Oh gosh, I got to hurry up. I'm way behind in the comment section. These are great. Full outfits on girls. Well, I hope they'd be in full outfits, because otherwise they would be half naked. I probably won't also get into backgrounds, because that's extensive to do all the figure stuff and then do all the background stuff. So I feel like I need to focus on the figures for this one. Okay. Oh, people dress for different seasons. That's cool. That's a cool addition I hadn't thought about. Yeah, I mean, I'm all for nudes. I mean, every life drawing class I've ever taken, everybody's butt naked. And but I probably wouldn't put like naked books if we're doing something like this with figures. I don't think I would have nudes in something like this, because this is like ages 6 to 106. And I don't want to horrify those poor girls. But I have no problems horrifying adults in like an adult drawing book. So we can see that. Let's see this one. I can't. Stay long. Sorry. Muscle tone, urban sketching people, different body types. Yeah, muscle tone is fun. I've done, I did some body studies in my Celtic Collective art club. I did like 2 male chests, one in watercolor and one in alcohol markers. I gotta say, it was pretty fun. It was very fun. And, you know, it's almost like, it was almost felt like drawing fingers with where the nuances of all the shading was like really flexed my observational skills to get like the difference between like this and this and this and this. And it was pretty cool. But yeah, and of course those guys weren't killed, so it was extra hot. So that would be cool. And different body types. All right, these are so great. Title the chapters. Yeah, they will. I don't think I have any books that don't have title chapters in it. So I always put chapters in there for everybody. Yeah, I will definitely have to include the different scale for feet and hands. Definitely. Yeah, the different age groups. I mean, this alone, even if I did like one body type with all of those, would be a book in and of itself. Ages, genders. So I need to kind of figure out what I need to focus on, because I don't think I can have one book that does all of these things. The book would be like this big. So I'm trying to really in my head shape, like, for starters, where do we start before we do everything in the whole wide world? Yes, ages. I just got that. I had already have sports figures and motions. Yes, this is kind of what we've been doing in the drawing club that's why we're doing drawing the decades. I love that. I mean, I could do that for sure. And that's why I also want to do like creating the centuries after we do this expression series. These are all things I have planned for my drawing club. So putting them in a book would be amazing. And yes to all of that, Lisa Spears. Like totally. I love all of that. Oh, thanks, Victoria. Oh, hi, Jenny. Yes, it's so nice to see you. First of all, it's been forever. I hope you're good. Yes, I think steampunk needs to be its whole book. I think it needs to be a whole entire book. Because holy moly, like cool tangents, right? Because the steampunk's like all about accessories, basically all accessories, right? And style. So I could see that 1,000,000% being its own book in and of itself. Easy. That would be like phenomenal. And I am doing a steampunk classroom in the drawing club as well. I have long promised my members. So I think we might do that after we do our current expressions series. We might do steampunk. I think that's actually what I promised everyone. So yeah, Jenny, you know what, girl, that would be amazing. And by the way, it's so nice to see you. I know I just said that, but it really is. Oh, I'm on my light table and it's glowing. All right, Valerie. Okay, 2 separate books. If I want to see Fluffy, I can look in the mirror. I'm really hoping for the human hanger of fashion figures with limbs, hands, and feet, all the things that come with them, like shoes. Oh, there's a bird right outside my window. And maybe accessories. So was that your 2 books, like Fluffy or fashion figures? You said 2 books. I'm assuming you meant one book on Fluffy and then the rest on fashion. Is that what you're saying? I think that's what you're saying. You can feel free to fine tune that. Yeah, I feel like there's 1,000,000 books in here. That's funny that you say that, Kimberly, because I was kind of thinking that too. She was saying both fun fab and realistic bodies. I was kind of thinking that too. Like I started with my fun fab series and maybe do fun fab figures. I could also do a separate book on like fun fab, like fluffy figures as well to go in with the series. For sure. There's so much. So I'm kind of aligning my thoughts along these lines as well, Kimberly. Yes. Yes. Oh yeah, of course there are. There totally are. Mary, hi Mary. I would like to extend slightly older, having lived life, ladies. Yes. I know. Although I feel like for figures, it's not quite as the differences aren't quite as different as they are for like when you're doing a close-up of a face, but that's not to say there aren't figures. I just don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to say like old man and have a picture of a guy walking with a cane and some super fit 95-year-old getting really mad at me, be like, I don't look like that and blah, blah, blah. So like, I need to think this through. like how to draw someone slightly older who's lived life from far away probably will look like a normal person. Do you know what I mean? So it's because the scale of figures is so small. How do you depict that necessarily in a figure? I'm not sure. Oh, okay. Hi, Sherry. I know who you are. Yes, thank you for saying that. That's your name on Facebook. So awesome, awesome. Yeah, those patterns, if you guys love all that stuff, you would love the Learn to Draw Art Deco Style series that I did. Those are all based on sewing patterns. So I got you for sure, for sure. Yeah, Nicole wants help with drawing clothes. We'll definitely have a lot of clothes because as much as Linda wants all of the naked. Oh, weird. Oh, you know, it's so weird. I'm like seeing your comments are out of order. That's bizarre. Yeah, this is literally what we're doing in the drawing club. I have a whole Drawing the Decades series in the drawing club, and it's massive. It's already filled up. So I could totally do that, but I need to figure out, because if we're doing the decades, then the emphasis really is on fashion, probably more than anything, because that's what like delineates a human throughout history is the changing clothes. So yeah, this is why I'm on this call with you guys, is so you could tell me like this, if way more people want more fashion than seeing like mid sports pose, then I would, I'm listening to that kind of input. Oh yeah, rockabilly is super fun as well, Deb. And that's another thing. You could do a whole book on each decade and go all in like I did already with the Art Deco series. Those are my favorite books, like hands down of all the books I've ever done. That Art Deco series, was amazing to do. I went such down a rabbit hole, and I like never wanted to come out. Yeah, the male figures would be totally. I'm glad you like the Fun Fat Fellas book. I know I love drawing dudes. I have my next YouTube video coming out on next Wednesday is a dude. I love me some dudes. Yeah, I have like all of Christopher Hart's books. I think I have 12 of his books. He does a wide range. Some of them are kind of cartoony, but people think my Fun Fat Faces are cartoony too. So it just depends on what you like. Yeah, someone else had already mentioned seasonal, so that's good. Yeah, Patricia, I think we need to get going on the figures first before we can think about accessories and backgrounds. Figures is like a massive thing. So I need to slow down. I'm not poo-pooing your idea at all, but there's only so much we can cover in one book because we already have 89 million different kinds of bodies. I am literally I'm not rereading them all, but I'm reading them all. Oh, what about using famous movie costumes? God, that would be insanely awesome too. I mean, the possibilities are endless. So let's put it this way. Maybe we should do this. Why don't you guys do this? Give me a 1 and a 2. So like the 1 would be like, what do you need to learn the most? And then give me number 2, like number them. Number 2, what do you want to learn the most? Because I think those are probably different things. Do you know what I mean? Can you tell me that? Like 1 is blank and 2 is blank in the same comment post? Because I would love to actually like think about it for a minute. Because sometimes these sessions just turn into like saying anything I could possibly think of. And other time, I really want you to think about what do you need to learn and what do you want to learn? Because if I was to think about it, for myself, I would probably say I need to learn how to draw better, like small scale hands. I'm so bad at that. And these books are awesome because I get so much out of them as my own personal learning tool, as well as everybody else. And then what I want to learn is probably like the costuming through the centuries. But do you see how they're like, those are two completely different things, So tell me that. What do you need to learn like as a skill? And then what do you want to learn like if you could have your wish? I'm dying to. Linda wants a full boob lesson. All the boobs, all the times. Oh yeah, Lisa, you're right. Yeah, the background ideas could totally be in a mixed media. Agreed. Yeah, I definitely want to do fashion figures. That is coming. It's all coming. I just need to figure out how and in which order, which is why I need to know your wants and needs. All right, so I'm going to skim through. Yeah. If you want to jump into drawing the decades, come and join my drawing club. No joke, because I already have the 20s through the 60s. There must be like 50 lessons in there. You can join right now. It's open. They're never open. They're open today. And they don't open again until November. So come on over. You can just view the website on my screen. Oh, that's cool. Different kinds of headwear. Yeah, on a small scale, that would be super fun as well. Yeah, actually, it's funny, Evie. This was actually my first idea, was actually like compiling, because there's so many methods of drawings. This was like my number one starting point, was to all the different ways. It's funny. It's funny that we've gotten into a half hour of this discussion and it hasn't come up yet. How weird is that? Which is also why I stopped to ask, because like clearly no one else cares except for you and me. You know, so I think that's interesting. So maybe I was on the wrong track. Not that you're on the wrong track, just from listening to other people. Like, so I'm glad you brought this up. Let me go know what you guys think of Evie's comment, because that's actually what's going to be my starting point. Wendy's is going to kill me because she has 95 requests and they're all different. We have animals, we have everything. Oh my gosh, hilarious. Okay, that is hilarious that your nude model was your neighbor. That is the funniest thing in the world. I'll never forget my first drawing class. I was like 20 something. I was horrified. I didn't know it was even a thing until I showed up to one and I was like, oh my God, where are his pants? Like, it was hilarious. Yeah, 6-packs. You can draw 6-packs. You should do those Celtic Collective lessons, Sherry. Since you're a Wonder Bundle member, you can access those. It's in the sexy Celts in Kilts classroom in the Celtic Collective. Oh, sorry. Just crack myself up. That's what I'm here to ask, Valerie. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. There's so many different ways I could go. Yes. I've been already doing this with my drawing club. Yes. I am ahead of you. It's just, do I turn that into a book or do I start with just the figure? Because there's two issues. There's learning to draw the body, and then there's learning to draw the body with all of the accessories per decade. Fluffy is like juicy. Some people are chubby, not skinny. I wish I was fluffier. Oh, at least 3 years of books for sure. Not a realistic fluffy figures. Thought fashion figures are kind of fantasy and not realistic. I know, I'm the same as you. I don't ever think of like fashion figure books as people either, but people get really you have to draw fluffy figures. And so I get a little bit stuck because I feel like I don't think of fashion illustrations as people at all. I don't, but other people do. Like, they really want to see themselves represented in whatever they're drawing, which is why older women want to draw older women, and fluffy women want to draw fluffy women, no matter kind of what it is. I feel like that's more common, interestingly, whereas I never think of a fashion illustration as me. Like, I'm drawing these ridiculous stick figures. To me, it's like high art. But that's why I'm having this conversation again, because I know that how I think is not how everyone else thinks. And if you guys are going to be want to learn. I want to give you what you want to learn, not give you what I think you want to learn. You must be German. Are you teaching painting in this school? Yes, I do lots of painting in my other 2 clubs. So that would be the Mixed Media Society, and the Celtic Collective is almost all watercolor, ink and gouache. Mixed Media Society, I teach a million different mediums. Oh, old people cartoons, Wendy. Wendy, you're killing me. Okay, I feel like I need to catch up with comments. Maybe including all the different methods of drawing figures. That was my plan of that. It was my plan. Oh my God, I'm 8 minutes behind your comments. And now I'm lighting up my light table. Yeah, that was my plan of that. But I feel like I have a lot of work to do. I don't know that I'm actually going to have time to do that. Oh my God, my light table keeps going off. So I'm not sure anymore. Hi, fashion figures. Jeanette. So basically the consensus is both whimsical, cartoon, and realistic. Yes, everyone wants everything. Okay, cool. This was the question I asked like 5 minutes ago, which is I'm just now getting to. Number 1, you have to learn proportions. I know, I'm with you. And then you want to learn. All right, I'm going to actually make up 1 page for needs and 1 page for wants. And I will go back and look at these again. I don't want to bore everyone while I sit here writing. So I will sum it up in my brain, and then I'm going to come back and take notes so I'm not so slow. Scaling, positioning. How to draw and pose. Faces and then hands. Need to learn how to get the figures in the correct proportion. So I feel like proportions is overwhelmingly number 1. Basic figure drawing, hands and shoes. Everyone wants feet. I need to learn all of it. Perspective, face or portrait, proportions, fashions, patterns, jewelry and history. Yeah, I did a ton of jewelry in my Art Deco series. It was so fun. I was thinking when I was doing that series too, is like, I should just keep going and do all the other decades while I was there. But those books are so much more work, I think, than people realize. It's like birthing a baby, to be honest. I know that because I've had 3 babies. And it's like there's a really long gestational period where you're just suffering. And then the birth is messy and super stressful and very painful. And then it's over and you feel relieved. So Melinda wants humans, flora, and fauna. Everyone wants all the things. Hands and feet. Clothes. Okay. Yes. All right, different methods. So I'm just catching up here. You guys are cracking me up with your comments. I will definitely be doing the figure, not just like standing forward, for sure. Yes, you can totally switch. If you're monthly, you can switch at any time. If you're yearly, it's generally easier just to wait till your year is up and then switch. So it just depends. Just shoot me an email. We can get you figured out. Yeah, Celtic Collective is ridiculously fun. I amen to that. Oh my God. Linda with your boobs fluffy and older. I got you, girl. I got you. Why don't I feel like I just need a book of old fluffy people. Can we do that? Just have that be a whole book, and then everyone, I feel like, would be ready. I think everyone would be satisfied. Oh, yes. I have every single one of her books, Nicole. I love her too. I know. I'm with you. I like to draw young and thin because that's what I like romanticize. I don't want to draw anything that's that's older than me or a gianter. But everybody's different. Yeah, no, totally. I do. I'm definitely having different size people for sure. It's just hard to do the age. I mean, then it's just like, okay, then they have like gray hair instead of brown hair, but sometimes the figures don't end up being that different. Um, a face in terms that were so easy to follow. I was hoping for the same female fashion figures that would make it easier to learn how to draw. I don't want to see myself in your book. I know. I don't want to see myself in my book either. Yes. Yes. Okay. This is, you guys, just for the record, I know it's probably weird watching me back because I'm just in real time reacting to all of your post comments. So if you're not watching this, oh, thank you, Linda. I did not know that. I was close though. I said German. That's close. Is it Yiddish? So this is super helpful, all of you. And so thank you for showing up today and giving me your feedback. This is extremely helpful. As much as it's like also making me super scatterbrained, it is really helpful. So thank you. Foreshortening is a reference needed for these more complicated. Yes, I am 1,000,000% in a book going to be giving you references, just like how in my How to Draw and Find Your Style, I give you the references and show you how to draw them in the different styles. And that's something else that we can also do. Tell me your thoughts on styles and mediums while I scan the rest of the comments, okay? Definitely proportions. I think proportions goes without saying. So let me know about art supplies and what styles you're interested in. I think the fashion illustrations is a style. So which I totally could be its own book, 1,000,000%. Oh my God, now Wendy's with the old statues. I can't, Wendy, can't keep up with you. Oh, I know, right? That's how writing a book is. It feels exactly like birthing a baby. Wait a second. You said no neighbor news, Linda, but you're the one who wants old, giant, naked people. So that is your neighbors, my friends. So you can't have it both ways. Oh, that's funny. Oh gosh, you guys are so funny. I feel exhausted and I haven't even started yet. Oh. Okay, awesome. I think I caught up with comments. I'm very excited. Okay, here we go. So here is that will be my last question to pose. Well, this will be a drawing book, so I'm probably not going to be diving into full on acrylics and everything, because that's like a whole nother book would be how to paint bodies. These will be drawing books. I should have clarified that out the get-go. So we could do not minor. We could do some like in the Draw and Find Your Style book, how we did a couple different ones, but not anything full on painting, because that's just a whole set of other skills. As I say that, markers and watercolors. Again, I think the whole book has to be, oh God, I don't know. Everyone has different answers. I'm terrified now. I'm just going to say it now. I'm terrified. I feel like this is actually 10 books, 10,000 books. Yes, I feel like that too. Zoe. Oh my God, you guys are hilarious. Okay. Well, if you want watercolor and gouache for some fun projects, Lisa, you can check out Lucy Bryden and I published a book. Maybe when was that? Winter 2022, called How to Draw and Paint magical, mythical creatures. And that whole book, almost that whole book, is watercolor and gouache. So you can enjoy binging those. Those are some fun projects. So it looks like your answers are all over the place. So I have to do, okay. So I feel like in conclusion, I do a books on everything and all the styles, all the ages, all the sizes, and in all the art supplies. That's my takeaway from this meeting. Oh God. I wish the books made you rich. Books are not how you get rich. Let me just tell you that. I love making books and I love buying books. They do not make me rich at all. Oh, that's super funny. Okay. Oh God, that's so funny. Okay. Well, it appears, okay, so a book a week, says Gail. That's so funny. All right, so here's I think what my plan of attack is. Yeah, they are a labor of love. They're like way more trouble than they're worth, to be honest. Which is why I'm laughing at all these. Oh, just do all this. I'm like, you have no idea. So, okay. So I think what I probably might do, and I have a lot of thinking to do on this, as I probably do have a bunch of books in my future. I feel like my one and only superpower is breaking complicated things down into simple parts, right? So with that being said, we need to take all of these different concepts and break them out probably into different books. Because I can't have a book on how to paint bodies and acrylics included in the same book where I'm having fashion illustration Barbies from the 1950s. It's too much into one place. So I will, in my trusty notebook that I've been diligently scribbling all your ideas from, break these sort of the most in demand things out. Chapter books, I know. You guys are so funny. I know there's so much. So I will stop, think, choose. I know. I will. I totally will. And I also work like a million miles an hour. So I'm not going to be deliberating for very long. Knowing me, I'll be like, all right, we're just going to jump in. So, thank you so much for these amazing. Oh, and Amy is like, and also anime. Actually, I just had a company send me a drawing anime book. That's really good. And I'm going to review it. Actually need to do it right when I get back from Boston. So Amy, I have a good book coming for you that's already been written and I already recommend it. So now I don't have to also write that one too. So funny. I know, Kelty. I know. Back to the beginning. Choose yourself. I know. But it is really helpful to hear from you though, guys. It really is. Because it inspires me to, like, it will, whether I realize it or not, like consciously or unconsciously inspire the next move that I make. So I love you guys for showing up. I love when you guys are loud and proud and you just tell me everything. Because honestly, in my world too, like the squeaky, what is it? What's that expression? Like the squeaky wheel gets the grease or prize or some shit. But you know, those ideas, like Linda Levin with her like old fat naked boobs, like I feel like now I'm never gonna get that out of my head. So somewhere somehow, like, she's gonna get what she wants from me, and I know she's probably laughing along with me right now because we've known each other a long time, so that will be coming, I'm sure. Okay, so I have some digesting to do. This is good. I have a nice plane ride tonight. I will be mulling over your ideas, doing outlines, and I'll probably be ready to dive into the first one next week because that's how I roll. So thank you for showing up. Thank you for participating. I know. You know me too well too. You know I can't like ignore stuff like that. I'm like, damn it. I'll probably do that first. Just get off my plate. Be like, here, Linda, take your weird thing. Get out of here. And then I will get to work. Thank you, Melinda, for the well wishes. I hope you guys all have a safe and happy weekend. Holy Moses. There it is. Okay, I was close. I think that's what I said. But when I said it, I was like, it actually doesn't make sense. I don't want to be greased. I just want to like do it. You are welcome, everyone. Debbie, Zoe, Linda, thank you. Sherry, thank you so much. Sandy, thank you guys for showing up and hanging out with me. Have a safe weekend. Stay cool. If you're sweating your butt off like me. And thank you, Patricia. You guys have a great weekend. And yes, as Jeanette said, I concur. Thank you for the awesome suggestions, everyone. I'm going to go cry now. Okay. Thanks.